What's good? Back again with another reaction to this video. We're gonna be getting into the UFC star takes revenge on the Predator, the crazy story of Cain Velasquez, bro. Free dog, 110%. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened to him, what he did, in my opinion, what he did is justified, and what happened to him is unjustified. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. Hopefully he gets out soon. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets out, bro. But anyway, he was one of the best fighters back in the day. Let me know y'all think about this one. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a crazy one. Shout out to Warren Cali. Original video link in the description as always. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your ready. Kick your feet up. Go check this one out. It's gonna be a crazy one.
If you're familiar with the UFC and mixed martial arts, you
I actually met him one time. You know what I'm saying? I have an old school picture. If I can find it, I'll pop it up. But I got an old picture. You know what I'm saying?
probably will know or have heard of ex-heavyweight champion. But if you're not familiar with Cain, I will give you a rundown. Cain's career started around 2006, and over time he would rise in the ranks and join the UFC by 2008.
Yeah.
Cain would carve out a successful career, being known for his heavy hands. Cain won the UFC heavyweight title in 2009, knocking out Brock Lesnar, and he would go on to have multiple title defenses before he retired in 2019. But Cain's retirement wouldn't be a ride-off in the sun happy ending. In the next following years, his family would be shattered after a man named Harry Goulart took advantage of his son. Cain and his wife Michelle had 2 kids, a daughter and a son named Cain Jr., who was born in 2008, and at the time of 2022, their son was only 4 years old, and he would go to a daycare. Patty's daycare was ran by Pat Goulart and her husband. Her son Harry lived at the home daycare. Yeah. This meant that Harry had access to all the kids in the daycare. Harry was first reported to Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office on February 23, 2022 by Cain and his wife. A certified child forensic interviewer and detectives determined that a crime occurred in the daycare's bathroom. Detectives were writing a police report. The child victim said the suspect told him not to tell anyone.
Yeah.
When he was questioned, Harry told...
Bro looks like a weirdo freaking predator, dog. I don't know why they let him go. I know I'm familiar with the story of what happened, but we're reacting to it because, you know, I lived like 30 minutes south of where Cain Velasquez used to live. You know what I'm saying? That AKA American Kickboxing Academy was about 50 minutes north of me. So all this is local. So when I heard about this, bro, I was tripping out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how that freaking daycare's still in business, but they allow them to do business still, which is crazy. So hopefully, internet, if y'all see this, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Please expose them because that's crazy, bro.
Police conflicting information about how he interacted with children at Patty's daycare. At first, he told police he had no involvement with the children. Then in another statement, he said he sometimes wrestled and played with some of the kids. Then in another statement, Harry would tell the police he didn't do anything and he had no wrongdoing in the situation. On February 28th, 2022,
you know what I'm saying?
Cain would take matters into his own hands. Yeah. He entered a high-speed chase in San Jose while firing his gun multiple times. Cain, armed with his gun, chased after a car that contained Harry, his stepfather, and his mother.
I think he shot
Cain ran their car with his own before pulling out his gun. He shot at the car trying to hit Harry, but instead he hit the man's stepfather, causing him 9 life-threatening injuries to the 63-year-old. When police later apprehended Cain, they searched his vehicle where they would find a gun loaded with 9 bullets inside a 10-round magazine, and also another 10-round magazine in his car, which only had 3 bullets in it. His phone had searches of victims of families getting revenge.
Of a well-known mixed martial arts champion arrested in a shooting. San Jose police arrested 2-time UFC heavyweight champion and WWE star Cain Velasquez. He's facing attempted murder charges, though police are not yet revealing a motive. Shooting happened yesterday afternoon.
Nah, the motive is because his son, bro. His son got, by the other steps, the weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I think that's justified, bro. I feel like they should let him and the other sick SOB, bro, in the freaking octagon ring and let Cain Velasquez do his thing, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because that ain't fair, bro. That kid was only 4 years old when that happened, and cops didn't want to do anything. I believe he actually tried to make a report and the statement and all that, and the cops and the government did not, or the cops did not want to take matters, and the cops did not want to do anything about it. So Cain took matters into his own hands, and if I'm an advocate, Cain Velasquez, I feel like that was justice. It's justified, bro. But then again, it's California, where y'all know the laws out there where it's crazy, bro. You got Governor Newsom and all them, bro. If it was any other state, bro, he would have been walking out still.
Noon on Bailey Avenue near Monterey Road. San Jose police say one man was shot and hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries.
Near Monterey and Bailey Roads yesterday in South San Jose. Police say a
I used to mob down that street too, bro, every single day coming home from work from San Jose to Hollister.
Driver in a separate car, sending the man to the hospital. Only one arrest was made. Former UFC champion Cain Velasquez. The Salinas native was booked into the Santa Clara County Jail, where he is being held with no bail. The arrest is being felt throughout the UFC community.
Cain was later arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Jail on an attempted first-degree murder charge. At Cain's first court proceeding, Cain was formally charged with one count of attempted first-degree murder, as well as several additional charges, including one count of shooting at a motor vehicle, 3 counts of assault with a firearm, 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of willfully discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and 1 count of carrying a loaded firearm with intent to commit a felony.
Hey, see, this is what I mean. In one of my other videos that you're going to see, I talk about how the government likes to make up all these charges and stack them up just so they can give you more time and suck more money out of you. That's not, I feel like they shouldn't even do that, bro, because it's just one charge. It's one thing that he did, bro, but you're saying 3 counts of you had a weapon, 3 counts of you shot in the vehicle, you got 3 counts of that, you got 3 counts of 10 to M's, you got 3 counts of a bunch of, bro, that makes no... He was one person who did it. He didn't do it 3 times. He did it 1 time, bro.
Cain was initially denied bail after the judge said, from his own words, the risk is too great for Cain to potentially cause more issues to the public.
Cain Velasquez denied bail again. Also, drama in and outside the courtroom, as we heard for the first time from one of the victims in that freeway shooting.
NBC Bay Area's Damian Trujillo was inside the San Jose courtroom and has today's developments.
Before announcing her ruling, the judge said that there was a basic disregard for human life on the day of the shooting. But Cain Velasquez's lawyer and supporters say the wrong person is behind bars. This is a picture of Paul Bender. His lawyer says Cain Velasquez shot him on February 28th as Velasquez chased Bender, his wife, and stepson for 7 miles.
Cain Velasquez followed this family, stalked them, and chased them at over 100 miles per hour.
Police say Velasquez fired several rounds at the moving car.
Okay, but what about the child that's now psychologically messed up and possibly could crash out and cause more harm in the future? What about that person? What about the innocence and the life that was robbed by that innocent child? Y'all be talking about the crime that's currently going on right now, but what about the crime from back then, bro? When he tried to reach out and y'all didn't want to do anything. This is why the cops, especially in California, bro, the cops are messed up, dude, and it's crazy. They say they swore an oath, right? But they're not serving them protecting, bro. They're only doing whatever benefits them and what they see fit. Makes no sense.
Car, part of the chase.
As a matter of fact, all 3 of them should have been smoked. But if I was Cain, hey, I'm already getting locked up. Smoke all 3 of them in there. Done. Easy. No more kids are gonna get harmed. No more whatever, bro. He got his get back. Hey, I call that justice, bro. But they need to let dog out.
Captured in this exclusive video. Court records show this was Velasquez's target, Bender's stepson, Harry Goulart. He's charged with molesting Velasquez's close family member at the Goulart's daycare center.
The family is fearful of Cain Velasquez being released.
Cain Velasquez looked away during Paul Bender's virtual testimony today. Bender told the judge, "I believe he will finish what he started. I am fearful for my..."
Cain's lawyer
You ain't the target,
37.
though. He is not the target, bro. The target's the sick son of a stepson, bro, who's doing that to little kids. And they're still running a daycare, bro, which is crazy. They should have had their license revoked for having someone who was physically convicted, charged for doing that to kids, bro, and they're still within premises of children, you know what I'm saying, unsupervised and all that. You think the mom
Letters of support for Cain from people such as Dana White, the UFC's owner, and also several fighters of the company.
Him and his family to finally be back together. Cain Velasquez is a good man. He's a good person. And I'm hoping that the judge that looks at this case says, you know what? This family suffered enough. As if the kids haven't suffered enough in this thing. They lost their father for almost a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hopefully the real justice gets served in this case. And Cain Velasquez, who is a good man, a good father, a good husband, gets to be at home with his family.
Glad he didn't do 20, 30 years. I think it's really just comes down to the fact that and this whole system's wrong. He's done his time. He's proved he's not a threat to society. He's done countless things. I've gone with him to a children's hospital to visit kids and see the joy that he brings people. He's the least amount of threat to anybody in this world. The real man that is a threat is a 45-year-old man living on the premise of a preschool. And to think that, this guy isn't convicted and he's released back to that premise, it's like everything is just so sick, and the mind will get disturbed. I don't care if he's convicted or not. He shouldn't be allowed to interact with kids on that level. It's wrong,
I'm gonna go ahead and call a spade for a spade, bro, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into a little bit of politics, bro. But usually it's the left-leaning side of society that justify behaviors that 45-year-old sick SOB is being able to be allowed free with the other children preschool within that premises, bro. They allow and they condone that, bro, which is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not political. I lean no sides, bro. I don't even vote. But I know the left is full of a lot of disgusting people because they allow shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And Cain Velasquez gonna be convicted, bro. And this is crazy. I'm telling you, bro. Free Cain till it's backwards.
It is what it is, man. I get it, man. Don't go. I'm my kids, man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
What's your take on that? Like, do you think he should be given some leniency considering all things? Like at least like have a chance to go home.
Yeah, that's a
balance. And I think so many people, when we say free Cain and go support Cain Velasquez, it's like we are not by any means saying that what Cain Velasquez did was right. That's not right. You can't do that. What we're saying is,
what you mean, bro? Don't play with people's kids, and that won't happen. End of the day, the end of the discussion. That's it, bro. You don't mess with no one's kids, bro. You gonna get, you know what I'm saying?
Look at the whole story, or at least the story that we have. But I can only support Cain in the way that I can, is being at every court appearance, talking to him on the phone when he calls me, trying to make sure that his mental is kind of staying together, because, I mean, I can only imagine being in jail for that long. It's hard. Like,
after being incarcerated for 8 months, Cain was finally granted bail. Harry's case against Cain's son will later go to trial. Cain's son will have to take the stand, and he was only 5 years old by this time. Cain Jr. cried on the stand, and he told a sad account of what happened to him. He would say that Harry used his hand to assault him at the daycare. Harry did a lot more to Cain Jr., but YouTube guidelines won't allow me to say what he really did. Cain's wife Michelle will also take the stand. She testified about the night that Cain Jr. told her and Cain Sr. about Harry. Michelle will state that Cain Jr. seemed ashamed when he told his parents. She will also state that Cain Jr. stated that he wasn't the only kid that happened to.
Cain Velasquez's wife also took the stand today, recounting the moment the child told her about the alleged assault.
Your dad just told me something happened in the bathroom at school today. What happened in the bathroom?
The 5-year-old alleged victim was on the stand in the morning. The defendant's attorney claims the child's testimony was coached and inconsistent.
But Harry and his family...
See what I'm saying, bro? The left-leaning people was actually saying he was coached and his testimony was what?
Claims the child's testimony was coached and inconsistent.
See what, bro? First of all, he's 5, so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of inconsistencies. But he's gonna say whatever, bro. You can't. No, bro. Ain't whenever the kid is at that age where he's nothing but innocence, bro. He gonna lie about eating an extra snack. He gonna lie about he wasn't playing the game on the phone. He gonna lie about little things like that. But he's not gonna lie about something crazy like that, bro. If you know kids, for those of you parents out there, bro, you know kids. You know when there's something major, they ain't gonna lie about it. So you got people like this dude right here, this defense attorney, whoever he is, defending the sick. You know what I'm saying? People like him are like this person are also equally as guilty as the one who did the crime, bro. So I'm glad Cain is free. Hopefully they drop all the charges. Hopefully Cain could sue them, bro, and get some money out of that, because now his child has to psychologically, you know what I'm saying? That's civil suits right there. So,
but Harry and his family, including his mother, will play victim and say Harry never committed the crime and it was false accusations. Harry's lawyer even tried to get the case dismissed, which wouldn't happen, but it only got pushed back and delayed.
This is extremely disappointing. It's based on an alleged allegation that has no basis. It is unfounded. We are looking for the opportunity in Harry's case.
Sounds like a
to prove.
First of all, bro, She has no lips. Her lips are like, it's just a line, bro. Look at that.
We are looking.
She has straight freaking. Oh, you know what I'm saying? She goes. Second of all, if she sounds like a politician, bro. She sounds like a Hillary Clinton, like a Kamala Harris, bro. They just smoked someone, been got whatever it is that shit is that. You know what I'm saying, that they're known for. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but she looks like one of them, bro, who they'll play victim and want the support of the masses and oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. But nah, bro, your son is a sick son of a. And he needs to get smoked, or he needs to be a test subject for whenever the new virus comes out. They need to inject him with the new vaccine. Whenever new rounds come out, they need to try it out on him, see what it does to the body parts, not the ballistic dummies. When they get new, whatever it is, new freaking moves or whatever they want to be testing, or new like vests and all that, want to see if it gets penetrated or what does to a body, they need to use this woman's kid, bro, because that's crazy for what they're.
For the opportunity in Harry's case to prove.
And GTA allegedly, bro, this is just what I'm saying. Entertainment purposes only. You know what I'm saying? This is all alleged speculations. There ain't none.
The way to do it. You know, we cannot.
I'm just a fat guy behind the camera, bro. So you know what I'm saying.
Put the law in our own hands. So I'm awaiting trial March 24th.
Yeah.
I've already pled guilty, so I'm going to get a sentencing March 24th. And I know what I did, and I know what I did was very dangerous to other people, you know, not just to people involved, but to just innocent people. So I understand what I did, and I'm willing to, you know, do everything I have to pay back that.
What's that? I know there's a certain crime, like let's say you're a guy and you catch your wife cheating on you and you end up smoking both of them. Isn't there like a crime of sense of emotion or something where it's a reduced sentence? Shouldn't this play the same? Shouldn't this be the same thing? Because he was acting based on the emotions of what his child told him. Not, you know what I'm saying?
But for Cain, it would be the opposite. On August 16th, 2024, Cain pleaded no contest to all charges. Cain's sentencing hearing was initially scheduled for October 18th, but was later pushed back to March 24th, 2025. At the March 24th sentencing hearing, Cain was sentenced to 5 years in prison and 4 years of supervised probation. With time served in county jail and under house arrest being credited, Cain will be eligible for parole in the beginning of March 2026. Many people felt like this was a terrible decision and that Cain shouldn't have to go through this, or neither should his family. Many people will back Cain up. For Harry, he's still awaiting his trial, and he only faces up to 8 years for the crime that he committed. Cain is only doing time for protecting his son. Free Cain.
That's what I'm saying. Now, again, Cain is only doing time for protecting his son, bro. If a dog is loose and bites and starts biting like an innocent child, they gotta euthanize that dog. If you smoke someone, you do 25 to life, right? You do life or whatever. Sometimes you even get put down, you know what I'm saying, depending on how severe the charges. I feel like this should be that doing whatever it is that you do to underage, but especially innocent little babies that can't really defend themselves or fend for themselves. I feel like they need to be euthanized too. Not chemically castrated, but they need to be euthanized or sent to some labor camp, endless work hours, 16 hours a day, straight, no rest days, you know what I'm saying? Minimum just to keep them alive, bro, out there in like God knows where, but Egypt or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to send dog to like in the middle of the ocean to, or Antarctica, bro, to can, you know what I'm saying, carve out ice cubes for us, because I don't know, bro. He shouldn't be in society. He shouldn't be let out in society like that. But, hey, bro, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Let me know y'all think about this in the comments below. I pray. I don't wish harm or anything on anybody, bro. But, I mean, if the streets happen to take justice and matters into their own hands, praise them, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, gang, with that, we're going to let y'all go. We out.